Tribe members. I wanted to let you guys know that if you pick up a lunch on Monday, there will be something special that you can pick up. We have bags of craft supplies for you that were purchased by the Link Literacy Grant. And we are going to post several videos that will give you some ideas for some projects that you can make with your craft supplies. So the first thing I want to do is show you what's going to be in your bag. So you will have a pair of scissors, colored pencils, crayons, watercolor paints, a glue stick, and for your first project, you will have a blank book that you can use to write your very own book. And there's plenty of room so that you can draw pictures to go with your story too. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what goes into a good story. So there's a couple of different ways we can think about what goes into a good story. One way we can think about this is that every story needs characters. The characters are the people, or they could be dogs or cats or mice or even crayons, whatever you want your story to be about. The characters are the ones who do something in the story. Every story has a setting. The setting is when and where your story takes place. So your story might take place in Satanta. It might take place in New York City. It might take place on the moon. That's up to you. And then every good story has to have a problem, and then there has to be a solution to the problem. We call the problem and the solution the plot, and that's what makes the story interesting. Now, there's another way that you can think about what goes into a story. Most stories tell us about somebody who wanted something, but there was a problem. So they had to do something to solve the problem, and then things worked out, and that's the end of the story. So if we think about a story that I bet a lot of you have read, The Little Red Hen, we can tell this story using somebody wanted but so then. So our somebody is the little red hen. She wanted to make bread, but none of her friends would help her. When she went to ask for help, they said they were too busy. So she made the bread herself. Then, when the bread was ready to eat, her friends wanted to help eat the bread, but she didn't share. She ran away and ate the bread all by herself. That's how that story structure works. But when you read the actual story of the Little Red Hen, it's a lot more interesting because there's lots of details in there. The story tells us about all of the friends that she went to ask for help, and it tells us what she said to her friends and what they said back. We call that dialogue. All of those are things that help make a story good. So, in your craft supply bag, you have a book that you can use to write your very own story. So you can be creative. Figure out who you want your characters to be. Figure out where your story takes place and what problem are your characters going to have to solve. Draw some pictures to go along with it, and we would love to see how creative your stories are. So, see if you can get your parents or a brother or a sister to video you reading your story and then share it with us. We would love to see it. I hope you have fun writing your own story and keep watching for other videos with some other projects that you can do using your bag of craft supplies. Bye.